Okay guys, I thought I would make a short little video here about um, fixing my hydrant. Um, First off, I got to explain that we built this shop on the end of this machine shed in 1980. At the time, we buried a water line here and put this hydrant in. It's been 45 years ago, guys, and I just got to show you just real close here how wore this handle is as compared to a new one. You can see even the top holes wore. And what got to happening is that when you would open it up, it wouldn't get full stream. And I started messing with it, trying to adjust it a little bit so it would get better, and I really couldn't gain anything. So eventually I bought a repair kit for this. It's interesting, these hydrants, guys, you can take these clear apart and not have to mess with anything down in the ground. You can take the head off of it, the stem goes clear down, there's a valve down at the bottom that literally that's where the water is turned on and off down at the bottom of the pipe. So, and I don't remember if this is a 4 or 5 foot hydrant. It's way too long ago. I remember when we put it in. I remember when we poured the concrete for the floor. I remember building the shed, but it's been a long time since then. Too many driver's door hits from demo derbies. But anyway, back to it. I'm going to go ahead and replace this. I had just a small problem here with this piece with the cam on it, and that's actually what stops the travel of that. If you only want half a stream of water, you can adjust this up so your plunger doesn't come all the way up, and it controls how much water the water flow that way. The problem was when I went to put this on, this stem is actually, there's a packing nut underneath here, and then it's hooked to the rod that runs down. Literally down at the bottom of the hydrant, there's a rubber snubber, and I have one for another one. Eventually what I'm going to do, guys, I got a whole new head to put on this one with all the stuff in it. I'm going to take it down and put on another one I got that's cracked down here. What happens, and I can tell you exactly why it cracked, is because when you shut the water off, it drains back down. And that's what, and basically that's the reason why these are frost free. This particular one, I know, probably has a bunch of silt built up at the bottom. If you use it just a little bit, and I'm telling you guys, for 40 years, walk out here, get a cup, get a glass of water. I don't know how many 100 times I've done that, thousands of times really. Wash your hands at the end of the day, drain it down. What happens now is silted in down at the bottom, and the water doesn't get away from the hydrant, and it freezes up because this water doesn't come down the pipe here. So literally what really needs to be done is this hydrant needs to be dug up and probably just replaced, put a new hydrant in, and fix it to where the water can get away from it. What you want to do is put a bunch of rock or pea gravel around the bottom of the hydrant when you put it in, and then that way there's a space there for that water to get away from the hydrant when you shut the water off and the water drains down. That's why it doesn't freeze. My other one, I can tell you what happened, I left a garden hose on it. And so that garden hose, whether it was looped and wouldn't let air into it to let it drain back down, and then water held up in here and froze and cracked this. So my plan was to just take this one, rebuild this one for now, and then take the whole head off. Got a whole replacement head, take the head off, put it on my other hydrant down there. So take two and make two, right? So fix it all up. So anyway, guys, what I ended up having to do, because this snail outfit was actually too tall, the stem was sticking up here too high, I cut that off. I will find out if that was a bad move or not. I don't think it was. I had to have some way to put it together, either that or just take it all apart, and I wasn't going to do that today. I wanted to be able to get it just so I could use it and shut it off and make it work for temporary. Lord knows that I need no more stuff to work on, and not actually in order, but the next video I'm going to make going to explain a little why I had some a backup in my whole program here about oh, there's a different links one. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, let's look. Yeah, this one here is longer. Okay, makes sense. Thicker casting. Okay, cool. Jeez. There we go. We got that one in, and these two are wider, and this one goes to the top because the handle's wider than this piece down at the bottom. So we'll put this in and stick it in there, and then we'll put all the bolts in it, put the nuts on it, tighten them up, and notice, guys, these are stainless steel bolts. And what the heck's going on here? That go through? Yeah, barely. There's been a little paint in there. There we go. You ever do anything like this before, Kev? Nope, first time. Sheesh. And of course, if you notice, without any pressure on it, see how this handles up? It's just the weights on it. When you get done, this has to snap down, and what it's doing is putting pressure down on the plunger down at the bottom. And this, it's a, I had one, I got one on the bench in here. It's just a little rubber plunger goes on the end of this rod that goes clear to the bottom of the valve, and it puts pressure on it, tightens it up against the valve down there, makes it not leak. And so you got to have a little pressure on it to make it stay tight. Let's see if I can find all the nuts. And like I said, they're all stainless. Amazing, guys, this hydrant. Like I said, it was here. Okay, come on. 45 years. So it's been around a long time. Come on. This one of those nuts. Let's see if I can find it here. So, but again, it's still usable. And the other thing is, eventually, where in the heck is the other nut at? No other nut. What the heck? Okay. Never counted them when I took it apart. To open up the bag, I have to find a regular one to put on it. So, here we go. We'll tighten this up. And then what we have to do is set this set screw up against this stem here for our shut off. And so the hydrant's shut off. I actually put a valve on it here, and you can't see it from there, but I've got a reel up here. I really like that thing too, guys. It was something, one of those things that flashed up on Facebook one day, and off to the side. I kind of like the looks of that thing, and it's stainless, and it winds up, and it's even got a deal that goes across the front of it, so you can wind the hose up, and it doesn't just get in a big ball in one spot. It moves, it tracks it back and forth, and makes it work really good. So there's that. It's tight. I don't have a nut on the top one yet. Oh, here it is, laying right up here. Right up here on my stump. I know it was actually caught in between ears on this one. My little stool's kind of wobbly. Right. I've succeeded in losing a 1/2 inch snap-on combination wrench, And I'm also missing like a 3/8 short combination wrench. And a half inch impact swivel. And I remember using the impact swivel not too long ago, so I'm working on my dozer. So don't know what has happened to that. So let's see. We're going to just tighten this set screw down here. We'll just use the old crescent wrench. It's 10 inches or 250 millimeters. This is a metric crescent wrench. Tighten this down, and then we'll shut the handle down. And what we can do, guys, is we can adjust the stroke of this to make sure it puts effort down on that plunger and keeping it from, there we go, we got up against the stem down there. The other thing we want to look for too, and I know this leaks a little water around there, there is a packing nut underneath it. If that leaks a little bit, we can tighten this nut up and stop it from leaking. Okay, quit while you're ahead. Okay, now let's just see. That may or may not be enough to make it work. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got all, okay, so let's, oh yeah, get water all over everything. So, you've seen when we first turned it on, we had water coming out up here around this. So, let me see if this crescent wrench will turn it without having to go get another wrench. No. I was a little suspicious that would be the way that worked. Oh, I'm not going to do get crazy with that. 40 years of that. Well, guys, I'm kind of happy with the way that works. At least it shuts off now. If we don't have these on, we don't have a lot of, we will have, like when I have this hooked up to my pressure washer and stuff, that's when we'll have a little problem with this. I might get another wrench and take a hammer and smack this around here a little bit and jar it. Maybe I can make it to tighten that packing up. I'm not going to fight it too bad today. This is the way I want it because I want to be able to open it and close it, shut it off, and be able to use it. I was taking a pry bar and a hammer and driving this back down. I'd messed with this linkage trying to get it to work, and basically, guys, what we had is a bunch of wear in the handle, nice spidey nest, right here and here, and then plus in the other pieces. Here's the one. See, look how wore that is. This is the piece that's down here, so it's like sitting in there like this. So this is this piece right here. So see how wore that is? Don't you know this thing's open and closed a gajillion times, and that is a true number, a gajillion. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to make this video a little bit. Sometime yet today, I'm going to make another video of some of my other projects I got going here. But I just when I was working on this, I thought, let's just make a short video of this little deal. Worked out fine. We'll turn that on again, see how it works. Okay, so we got good. See, we can turn it up so we got plenty of pressure. Turn it off. There we go. Again, this thing here is leaking around it. This packing in there. 45 years? Yeah, I imagine. Mainly, guys, what my big plan is to take this one off. It's got a whole nother unit. And I'll take this one off and put on another hydrant down here by the hog houses that was there for a long time. It split right in here. Mainly because I left a hose on it after I used it down there, and it didn't drain all the way down. It froze and cracked in here. Hydrant works. It just leaks when you run it a little bit. So, all right, guys. I just thought I would throw this together real quick and just a short video to fix that. I needed this done for quite some time. So I'm glad I got that done. All right, see you later.